Even if the United States does not want to engage in free trade, President Trump has to know that other countries do.
This was the takeaway from the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Forum. Carry on strengthening economic ties regardless of the mood in the US. Donald Trump's election has loomed over the APEC summit of 21 nations, which includes the US, China, Japan and Mexico.
It is the consequence of a leadership class that worships globalism over Americanism.
During his campaign, Trump pledged to pull out some existing trade deals and impose tariffs on some imports. If he follows through with them, it would represent a sharp turn. The US has long pushed the world to remove trade barriers to boost economic growth. At the event on Sunday, President Barack Obama offered some reassurances.
People should take a wait-and-see approach in how much his policy proposals, once in the White House, once he is sworn in, matches up with some of the rhetoric of his campaign. My simple point is that you can't assume that the language of campaigning matches up with the specifics of governing legislation, regulations, and foreign policy.
In closing remarks, Vietnam's president said he looked forward to hosting next year's event, at the same time flagging the issues he expects to dominate the 2017 agenda.
Thưa quý vị và các bạn,
this year marks the fifth consecutive year that global economic growth is below 3%, and marks the first time after several years that APEC's growth is slowing in comparison with world growth. Global trade growth is at the lowest level in 15 years. There are even concerns about the reversion of globalization for the first time in the 21st century.
APEC nations account for almost 60% of global gross domestic product.